Hi guys, it's Sullivan. Hey guys, it's Sullivan. I just got all these dahlias. Hi guys, Sullivan Owen here in Philadelphia. If you watched my previous video, you know that I did a big project growing about 175 different dahlias this year. And I gave everybody on YouTube a tour of that project from the beginning to the beginning of September. I just got a huge flush of blooms. I've been getting blooms sporadically from July until now, but they are really coming on strong. And I thought that now that we've seen the garden and I've cut all of these beautiful dahlias, I would make a design featuring as many of them as I can. So stay tuned and let's see how this turns out. And if you love all things flora like I do, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when new videos go up Mondays and Thursdays. All right, so first let me make some room and then we'll get designing. I'm going to try to use all of the dahlias that I cut, and I will be switching to voiceover mode, and I will be switching to my overhead or over-the-shoulder camera for the design portion because the design is just too big for me to try to keep turning it around for everybody. I actually made a sketch of what I would like to make for you guys, so let me tell you what I was thinking. I need a large vessel to hold all of these flowers, so I'm using a concrete fiberglass mix planter. It was a neutral gray color. I spray painted it as an option for a client's wedding. We ultimately went with a different vessel, so I have this one, and while I might have preferred it to be its natural stone color for this project, you can't really remove spray paint once you spray paint something. So this is what it is, and I'm going to start by making a tape grid using green waterproof tape. Following the waterproof tape, I am going to use a mixture of different foliage and vines that I cut from mostly stuff that was hanging on our fence around the yard. And then I'm just going to start. I'm going to try to create a pretty shape, but I'm also going to try to preserve as much height as possible with the flowers, since dahlia stems can range from very short to I've got some that are very long, ones that I've cut before. And the more you cut, generally, you can usually encourage the flower to put on longer stems. So I'm going to try and not take too much length off of each individual bloom. And it's probably going to be an ombre. I feel like this arrangement is an opportunity to make the design version of what my paper map and paper layout for my dahlia garden was, which was kind of a gradient from white and peach to kind of peach to lavender, lavenders to purples, purples into magenta and hot pink, and then some of the hot pinks and magenta colors into the burgundy and wine. Unfortunately, a lot of the burgundy and wine plants are delayed. I planted some of them a little later, and some of them got set back from the very wet May that we had. So I'm going to make the most of what I have, and I also have some pretty dark foliage to help jazz it up. So let's get started. actually couldn't fit all the dahlias into the design. It's bursting with flowers, and I still have all like the lavender and like the more pinky lavenders and these pastel pinks and more lavender, and there's just so many peach and kind of natural tones, and there were too many of these big white dinner plates. So I don't know if I'm gonna make something else with them, but for now I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. This is totally what my hope for my future like color gradient looks like. So it was really fun to see it come together. The flowers that didn't make it in, they're slightly tougher colors to work with. I think that you certainly could have made the lavender color, but that medium to baby pink color would have looked super weird in here, and it would have kind of thrown off the moodiness of this side. So but I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm so glad I used as many as I could. It's been so much fun growing these. But thank you so much for watching. If you love all things flora like I do, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. If you want to check out the Dahlia garden tour or my whole garden tour, I'll link to those below. And yeah, you can also check out my day-to-day on Instagram at Sullivan_Owen. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.